This is Jordan. He works at a dispensary, and so we've been buddies. We used to work together, and now he's full time at the dispensary. So let's talk about the dispensary a little bit.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. What has it been like working in that kind of environment? What is the culture like?
I can't speak for other dispensaries, but where I work at, we're definitely family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very intimate group. So you have to be in order for things to work, in order for things to run efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to what it's brought me, this is shit. I don't know how to say this without sounding corny, but I think I'm not religious by any means, but I think being of service to others is kind of fulfilling to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being of service to other people arguably is one of our functions of a fulfilling life as a human being from the standpoint of even just evolution, not even just the spiritual aspect of it, which I think there's a really powerful element to that part. But also I think just how we're wired is that we just feel better when we do that.
Definitely.
What started you on that journey? Like, was there a specific moment that really made you realize how important that was to you?
Yeah, I think it was after graduating college. I worked in a lot of different areas, from the club scene here in Chicago to a couple universities, a nonprofit, or rather a university, a nonprofit, one of the biggest ones here in Chicago, within its respective field.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think all of those experiences, I learned what I didn't like about them, and I learned what I did like about it, with respect to not only the job itself and what it entailed, but the type of life that I wanted to live. So yeah, I know that seems like, well, you've worked here, there, and there, and then now you're selling weed. But my profession definitely brings me all of those qualities.
Yeah. So I mean, one of the big things is, your dispensary right now, because even though it has been legalized in Illinois, it's
been legalized medicinally.
Meaning it's been legalized, like we've passed the law, but it won't go into effect of recreational until January. So right now, because it's legal medicinally, your customer base are patients, and these are people that are suffering from a variety of things that might be where cannabis is the perfect option for them. What kind of, it's fine if there's like a confidentiality with patients and stuff, but what kind of cool stories do you think like people would not mind their story being shared in terms of how it's changed their quality of life?
Oh, I don't even think I have to get into specifics. I mean, you can YouTube videos that have shown the effects, the positive effects of cannabis. Any one of the yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think I think Illinois. They are, one of the trailblazers, or they are trailblazing, for rec use, and I'm very fortunate to kind of be a part of that. The medical program here in Illinois has only been around for 4 years, and I think it's registered, thousands of patients, and that's giving them back the quality of life.
Yeah, and as far as like, I guess like. The typical experience when you walk into a dispensary, because some people have never been in one. I had never been in a dispensary until I went to Colorado, and it was such a cool experience. The first one, I will say, was not a cool experience, because the guy, like, just, I don't know, he just didn't give a fuck. He didn't have any patience. He really didn't have good bedside manner, I'll call it. And the second place we went was awesome. This is a place where they grew in the facility.
Really?
So I have pictures of the weed just being grown, and it's so pretty. And then the woman who checked us in before we were able to go in, which there is kind of formal, right? You can only have so many people in the room at the time. When they take you in where the product is, it was like they only had a couple bud tenders. But we were talking to the girl before, the receptionist, and she was awesome, super friendly, gave us some good advice as far as where to travel that day. It's just super nice, just like the right kind of experience you want when you walk in. And then our bud tender was very patient with us, allowed us to look, smell a bunch of different strains, and figure out what we wanted.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've never been to an out-of-state market yet, but I definitely hope to sooner rather than later.
Yeah, dude, it's an experience. I gotta say, going from like having to get it from somebody versus you go into a store, you get exactly the strain you want, you have your options of pre-rolls, the herb, edibles, you name it. Like, that's amazing. And that's how it should be, because then everybody's getting exactly what they want. They're getting the desired effects. People can be more responsible in this manner. It allows for avoiding issues of prohibition, like we were talking about before. So for me, that was like, oh, I can't wait till everybody can have this, because it's ridiculous that it's illegal.
Definitely. I'm excited to say that. I think, to say the least, for sure. I don't know what to expect. I don't think anybody has any idea of what to expect.
It'll be interesting here.
We just have to roll with the punches. It's kind of one of those things. Yeah, but I'm definitely ready for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I bet you're going to have a huge rush of people when it legalizes. I'm sure it's going to be crazy. And hopefully the supply can meet the demand. I know that has not been the case in all the other states that have legalized it.
Hopefully, I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to see how many people are actually going to wait outside, like sneakers. Is it going to be like sneakers?
It'll be like, it's January, or like an iPhone.
It's January 1st. It's going to be probably 20, 30 degrees. Are you going to choose to go out the night before? Are you going to go out and then wait in line at a dispensary? Like, what are people going to do?
Are there going to be any midnight openings? Like, that'll be interesting,
my gosh.
too. If there are, then it's going to be like people are going to do that, and then,
that would be rowdy. I know Vegas has a dispensary that's like 24 hours. But yeah, I'm not sure if anywhere else. I've never been to any other market, but I do know Vegas has like a 24-hour dispo.
Yeah, because, I mean, alcohol isn't even 24 hours. There are certain hours that you can't be selling alcohol. So it's interesting.
In Vegas?
No, just, I mean, in general, like in other places, probably not Vegas. Vegas is probably,
I'm like, what the fuck?
Vegas is probably 24/7. Yeah. But in most places, there's going to be some limitation of how late you can sell alcohol. And so you think about that with weed, and you're like, does it the same thing apply, and should it, in terms of regulation wise? And I don't know. To me, it's a different animal, but also, we want to be mindful that we're not giving it a double standard and allowing it to get some special privilege that other drugs don't get. But I mean, when you look at the statistics, it's clearly safer than the majority of other illicit drugs.
Yeah. No one's ever died off weed.
Yeah. No one's ever died off of mushrooms or acid either.
Really?
You can't. Not from eating it, not from consuming it. From doing stupid shit on it, okay, well, that's another animal. But the substance itself will not kill you. The LD50 is unknown.
Is that in mushrooms or acid?
In both of them.
Really?
It's unknown.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's pretty safe, dude.